moves smoothly. The first thing you're going to know is the MEID. That's the first thing that's required. The second thing would be that bill. This is the documentation, because the bill contains the account number. Nothing's going to happen without an account number to start with. Now, the account number has a PIN or passcode. You can't get that by using the force. You're going to need to know it, okay? Most of the time, for AT&T in particular, it's a 4-digit code. So whatever you did, whatever they did, could be the last of the 4 digits of their phone number, social, something. Verizon, it's usually a word. Okay, all phones are unlocked so once you find the word, it's going to come over. The same thing is also true with T-Mobile and Sprint. Okay, the PIN or passcode after the account number. At that point, you're going to need to plug in now all the necessary information required on the mobile discovery sheet. That's where that comes in. So in your mind, that's the first things you need. I want you to get that embedded in here, implant. I want to implant that idea. Account number and password. Without those two things, nothing's going to happen. The bill will provide the rest of the information that we need at that point. You're going to get the name, whose name it's under, because you might want to separate one of the devices. The bill will have, on all bills, the devices on the bill now. Okay? So we can pull a particular device and a number off of the bill. Okay? It's there. It'll say such and such number. Now, it might not give you the name of the person. Okay? So, in other words, we have a family of 4. One of the children want to move to their own, want to pull it off. Well, it's all under the mother's name. But they don't separate that. You do that. That's your own personal thing. So the child has to then go in and they notify them by the number, but you're going to add their name in, but you also need the mother's name. That's what the mobile discovery sheet is for. That's why I got to tell you that's important. One is the bill, okay, and one is the device. We're going to separate them two. We want the device, okay? I don't care about the bill after that point. I want that device. That's what I'm after, okay? Now we can move the device with the PIN passcode and the billing information over to a new billing information that we're going to put in under the new name at that point. Now, activation is now the actual activating the phone. You're going to plug that all in to your back office in that very same way. That's why this mobile, I don't like calling mobile, the wireless discovery sheet is important, because it mirrors what's in your back office. Plug all that information in, and then the last part of it, naturally, is the billing information from a credit card, which has to go in the new person's name. At that point, it can be in mommy and daddy's name too. It doesn't matter. They're just going to bill that card, make somebody aware of every month that's going to be taken out. Okay? The billing cycle will start the day that you port the number. Porting means that you're moving it from one bill to another bill. That's actually the port at that point. You're moving the device with the number. Now, if you're doing an MEI flip, in other words, you're getting another device, that can all be done at the same time right there. An MEID swap out, not a flip. A swap out is when you have 2 devices. Dick wants to swap from one to another. Well, he needs both MEIDs and ICCIDs. That takes about 20 minutes. You have to call Stream Mobile for that. You do not need to call Stream Mobile to port a phone anymore. It's not necessary. If you have to call them or it doesn't take place in 20 minutes, you did something wrong. Then I would call. Because if you don't see it right there, something's wrong at that point. It should all, if you did that, I've had them flip in 20 seconds. Okay, because you're talking right to the servers of the companies. Your MEID checker is going to tell you whether it can come over or not. That's the first one out. If that's congratulations, good, and we can move, that phone's moving. You cannot stop it, and you don't need to call anybody. That's the confidence that we have. You used to have to call up and say, would you port this number now? They'll get to it. They've got a computer. Okay, bang, they get it. There's people down there just waiting, sitting. They get your number, done. And that's all it is. They have good people in Stream down there. If you start talking to them down there, you're going to get them confused. Okay, because you really don't know what you're talking about. They do. Okay, and that's the situation. And they speak good English, but you're going to confuse them at this point. This is a cut and dried situation where it should port 20 minutes, no hassles. It should be what Dan O'Malley calls friction-free at that point. Now, there are going to be situations that arise because nothing in this world is perfect. We know it's not a perfect world. We watched the presentation, though. There's certain little glitches with certain phones that do occur. That should be done on the nuance of the other, but I'll take questions to that as soon as I'm done here in a second. And then you can ask me, what are the glitches? Because I know you want to know. Okay? But after you put the information in and you hit enter, you could use that little thing called a watch. I don't like them because they tell me what time to get up and what time to eat and where to go. I don't like that. I got my own life. I don't want this little thing called a watch assaulting me. You know? So at that point, just hang out, watch. You can take your phone. I hit that and I look and I say, okay, it's 20 minutes. Just look at your signal. Shut it on, turn it off. In fact, if it doesn't happen in 10 minutes, you can't wait. You can call Stream Mobile because they're doing it. You know, they're doing it. They're just going to ask you for that number that came up on your screen when you ported it. That's the last bit of information you're going to need. Don't throw out your account number. They're going to ask you for a 4-digit PIN. And this is the end of the device thing. That's the issue, you putting it into the computer. At the end, when you enter into the payment, then that's going to say, congratulations, here's your account number. Okay, you've answered all the questions. You have a new PIN. They're going to ask you the same thing all the other phone companies did. And this time you have an account number. Give them that account number, call them up. If it doesn't happen, at least you got the account number. I'm so-and-so.